Alright, hello, how's it going everybody? Welcome to something a little bit different in this wonderful game. I have obviously decided to put the main series on break for, I guess, for the time being. I thought, you know what, we'll do something different. We'll do something that is a bit of a classic, and that is playing Skyblock. So this will be pretty exciting. I did admittedly download one version that weirdly didn't have the sand section over there, and it had like a little village like all the way down there, which I thought was weird because it's like, I feel like it needs the sand and the cactus over there, and then it kind of felt wrong to have like a village down there anyway. I don't know if there's an end portal in this version. I probably should have a look at some point to see, but beyond that I don't really know. So oh no, great, I've already lost a piece of wood. God, isn't that amazing to have managed to have done that so quickly and so efficiently, to already lose one piece of wood, which sucks, but that's right. I'm sure we'll get some very quickly. I'm sure we'll get like another sapling out of this and we'll be fine. Oh my God, that was very lucky that I got the one sapling, because that would have sucked dearly if I didn't. So we'll plant that in the middle, so at least we've got that going. The other fun thing is as well is trying to now organize this. I know you're supposed to do this to get cobblestone, and if I remember correctly, and I always forget, you're supposed to have the water running, and this is going to be interesting to see whether this works. I hope that I do this right, but I think you know what you should do, and I'll do this instead, is I'll actually sacrifice some wood, but we'll place this here, place the water there, and we'll break the water. I hope that this is the right way of doing this. I really do, because this is going to suck if this doesn't work and I've got to restart this. Fantastic. Alright, isn't that fantastic? Alright, well at least I can make a cauldron. And the problem is I can't even go into creative mode either. That really sucks. So I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, let's do this take two. We actually did manage to get an extra sapling out of that, which is pretty good. I'm going to place them both like that. Alright, take three. I'm not going to include take two because I stuffed it up again, so there was sort of no point in doing that. But what I am going to do, and what I actually suspect the proper way of doing this is actually having a block of water to fall down. I'm actually going to search up how to do this properly. Alright, so we actually got to do, practically that is perfect, right? So I should actually go back one further just to be safe. And what we'll do is we'll do this, is we'll break that. And that didn't go the way that I wanted. That is a pity. That is right. What we'll do is we will actually do this, is we'll place that like that. And we'll do this. We'll place like that there, and then that should fix the problem for us. At least we do this, and then this should create a thing for us. Cool. Alright, awesome. And the beauty of this now is I can actually knock this out and hopefully get my wood back as soon as we fall into the water, and hopefully get this piece of wood back, because I don't want to lose any wood whatsoever. Oh, come on, please. Please give me this. I don't know why this is so slow to break, but there we go. Beautiful. Alright, we retained all of our wood, luckily enough. Now for the fun part of also getting this chest. I don't want this chest to burn because it's going to cost me wood to replace it. Wood that we just do not have for the time being. So let's also do this. We'll make a crafting table and we'll place that there. Fingers crossed this time that this actually works and we can actually get cobblestone and it doesn't turn into... Alright, that worked. Beautiful. Fantastic. Alright, made it to the Stone Age, people. This is going to be fun because we're essentially going to be in the Stone Age forever now. Oh my God, and hopefully we don't lose too much cobblestone. Damn, that is expensive. Well, not so much expensive, but just, I guess, sucks. That sucks so much, gosh. So I guess the plan for this episode, at least to get the ball rolling, I kind of want to get like the bottom level of this all sort of nicely secured, and then we can move this into a proper position. But I essentially want to cannibalize all of the dirt as much as possible, and we cannot stand to lose a single piece of dirt because I'm going to need as much dirt as possible, mainly for like food and stuff. So that's going to be the big thing that we're going to need. But I'm going to do the fun thing of just getting all of this cobblestone now until this pick breaks. I'm excited for this series though, because this is something a little bit different. We haven't really done something different in so long. Like, we've just been playing on that main world, so I'm excited to give this a crack. If this stops actually falling into this, my gosh, it really sucks. That was crazy. Oh, I don't want to break that underneath. That'll suck. My gosh, it's one way to lose everything. Such a good concept though, like something so simple. I remember when this series, I remember when Skyblock launched and it was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, you get to survive on an island up in the sky with nothing. Now, the interesting thing will be is I don't know if there's an end portal. I think that there is. and I hope that there is. If not, I might have to find a way of like just like spawning the stuff in so we can actually like artificially beat the game. But beyond that, would probably be the only thing that I would do. Because as you saw in the start of the video, I can't actually cheat, so I don't know how I would even get around that. I'd have to go into the files and mess with stuff. But I think this was made for like version 1.16, so I would assume that you can actually get to the end in some capacity. We'll have to go to the nether first and kill a lot of endermen as well, just thinking about it. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, but that'll be the challenge of it. It'll be exciting and fun. What I do want to do as well is obviously get over to that island in the first episode, but I also want to long term be able to get villages as well. And villages is going to be interesting because you kind of got to get zombie villages. I don't think there's any other way to get them in this, unless there was like a village around, but I don't think there was in this version of the map. And looks like our pickaxe is going to break probably about now with this one. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome. Well, we've done really well. So we'll make a stone pickaxe and advance into the next stage. We'll also make I don't think we actually need to make oh no, actually yes we do. And that is because we want to be able to cook some wood later to make some, whatchamacallits. I'm going to chuck all this stuff in here just to be safe. Yeah, we're going to want to make, what am I even yapping about? My God, I've like totally forgotten. We are going to want to make something. I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, let's just move on. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Torches. I think torches is what I was thinking. I don't really know. Anyway, we're going to make slabs for the time being. And the reason we're going to make slabs is mainly for this. Oh, actually, you know what had occurred to me? Oh, actually, yeah, we'll start. Oh, there's actually a bit of bedrock there. Okay, interesting. Let's try and not fall to our deaths, but let's try and place as many of these blocks as we can around. This is just going to give us a solid foundation under all of this, which is going to be great. And actually, what I'm better off doing is doing this. And at least then I can jump onto this and build our way around like this, which is going to be fantastic. I was going to be careful because I don't know if I actually managed to fill all the blocks in the middle, but this will give us such a great amount of space. Whoops, I do not want to do that. That sucks. That's a bit of a waste. Oh, beautiful. It did the top one. Awesome. I was worried that it was going to break both of them for a moment. But yeah, I think we're going to miss a few of the middle ones, unfortunately. But the good news is that we've essentially got a nice thing all the way around the base now, which is fantastic. And I think, yeah, we did manage to miss one there. And lucky last, if I can just manage to get that there without falling. Ah, bugger. That's just going to break, sadly. Broke both of them. Bastard. That's right. What we can do is we can just begin to get some more cobblestone. And I will move this sooner rather than later. We just probably want to get a whole bunch of stone just in case. And it is going to become nighttime relatively soon, so this is going to kind of suck. The other thing I do want to get, and I would love to know if I can get, is dripstone. Because I would love to be able to get some more lava as well. It would be absolutely amazing. Because I'm relying on that one piece of lava, so if anything happens to this, I'm like stuffed. Okey-dokes, there we go. We've got a full stack of cobblestone once again. What I will do is I'm going to turn these again into slabs. This will just be nice and helpful for us. There we go, beautiful. We've got one left to spare. I might just grab two more. Just so we've got enough for a pickaxe, just in case. We'll keep that in there, just to be safe, because why not? And what I will do is I will go underneath, and I will try and not die, but I will try and... There we go, got that one, beautiful. Alright, so we're completely full underneath now, which is fantastic. And what I can do is I can also expand this out a couple more blocks on each side, just to be a little bit safer. Gives us just a little bit more space to run around, which is nice. And like I said, just makes me feel better because we got more space to move. And the good thing is with these being slabs is nothing should actually spawn on these either. So we should be relatively safe for a while. But I don't know. Time will tell, I guess. I'm sure a whole bunch of stuff will spawn in and kill us and just cause problems. Now we've just got the fun part of going in circles, like literally just keep expanding this ever so slowly, but ever so amazingly once it's done. I mean, I guess until we run out of stone is when we'll go back up and get some more cobblestone. But I reckon it should be nice and fine and dandy for the time being. Like, this is already pretty good, I gotta say. Like, we've done really well. And there we go. Beautiful. Because what I want to do is ideally also have a way of getting back up. What I do want to do is actually move these over here. And we'll be able to, like, put this here. And same with this one. We can get rid of that. And we'll put this here, just so like the trees have actually got space to grow. And we'll also wipe out this stuff as well, so we can get this just out of the way and we've got some more space to do stuff. We'll leave that one block there to get up. There we go, that is all of that out of the way. Let's get all this dirt in here. Let's get this broken and busted, and we'll move this out of the way again. And what we'll do is we will place these here like this. And we probably actually should make ourselves another chest as well. So we got twice the space. And I can safely chuck everything in here. Beautiful. Actually, I do need a piece of dirt just to get up here for the time being. I can get some more. Oh, and I realized I should actually put the dirt back in there just in case, because that would suck otherwise. And let's get another full stack of cobblestone, I reckon. Because what I do want to do is I actually want to move this out of this just to get all of the dirt. That is my goal this episode, get all of the dirt. And there we go, I think this will be it for my pickaxe. I think maybe 1 or 2 more blocks and this should be busted. Beautiful. Alright, now for the fun part. So what we're going to do is we are essentially going to recreate this. So I'm going to grab that lava and I'm going to grab some of this wood and just turn this into sticks. And I'm going to make a shovel, and I'm also going to make another pickaxe just so we've got one. And I also should make some more sticks as well, just to make a sword, just so we've got something to defend ourselves. And we may as well make an axe as well. Why not? There we go. Beautiful. Now for the fun part. I don't know how I'm going to do this with the water, but I'm sure we'll figure out a way once I've managed to get all this up. I should get as much dirt as I can before we get the water, because I'm worried the water will knock it all away. Because yeah, I kind of don't know how we're going to get all of this without the water just spilling absolutely everywhere. But I mean, we've done a pretty good job to get practically all of it. Oh, that is what I'm worried about, is them just slipping away. There we go. And lucky last. Beautiful. All right, we've got all of the dirt. Cool. Heaps of dirt. Now for the fun part. This is where we're going to rebuild this. And we're going to actually rebuild it, I'll say here potentially. This is going to be interesting because I don't actually know. I think it was 4 blocks. And then what we did was we had water down. And that's going to be the block that the water goes down into. And what we should, yeah, no, that should actually be fine. And then we're going to do lava there. So we probably need blocks like this to contain the lava. So what we'll do is we'll do that there. And we'll need blocks to contain the water as well. Don't worry, I'll get rid of the excess blocks in a bit. But ideally, if I can get the water, this water will go into there. And this should ideally not destroy it. Beautiful. All right, cool. I'm glad. And the other good thing as well that we can do here is we can actually knock this out and knock this out as well. And that'll give us like water down there as well. Beautiful. All right, cool. That is fantastic. We've got a proper cobblestone generator now. It works. I was so stressed about this not working, but it works. And now we've just got the fun part of mining the absolute hell out of all of these stone blocks. Now it occurred to me, I'm going to need so much cobblestone because we're going to actually have to make like a massive, like almost like a landing pad just for like creatures to spawn in that we can like go and kill. And the main thing we're going to want is villagers, right? So I think the only way to do that in this is to get like zombified villagers and then make like, I think a potion of weakness, and then you got to feed them like a golden apple. So we also got to get gold, right? Which means we're probably gonna have to make like a zombie pigman farm, and I don't know how well that's gonna go compared to how we've made it in our other world. We've got like snowmen and all that, so we're probably gonna go into a snow biome to be able to get like proper snow and stuff, so we can like almost replicate the whole farm just to get gold and all that. Or we just got to keep killing zombies, and that'll be the only way to get gold. But I think what I will do is I will actually convert, once these grow and I can make coal, I'll convert this section into like a proper main section with like solid blocks. Because at least then we can have proper guys spawning in, which will be awesome. Like we can have like the wandering traders spawn in, which will be sick. And the reason I want them is I want dripstone blocks. So that's sort of the only goal from them. But then I don't know what you'd need to trade with them to get that as well. So it might be a bit of a hassle. But once more, this will be our 3rd pickaxe busted. There we go. Beautiful. Oh my god, I nearly just jumped off there. Jeez. Okie dokes. Let's make some more of these, which will be absolutely fantastic. I'll leave these extra blocks in here. I will actually turn the last of these into sticks just to make us another pickaxe, just so we've got one, you know, because the last thing I would hate is to lose that. But we'll do sort of one more around like this and we should be Gucci, just to give us a bit of a bigger safety net. There we go. Cool. Now the only thing is, I think that this is actually, like that island is actually lower than this. So what we might have to do, just to be safe, is I might actually try and... this is going to be interesting in how we do this. I might actually try and build this like this. We'll actually go a few under. That is not what I wanted to do. That is. I'll actually go one more under like this. Or if I can actually place that. There we go. Beautiful. That should be safe. Alright. It's going to be like the little under base. It should be like this one here roughly. Beautiful. So the reason I've done this is to give us space under to get sand. And I realize I've actually... Oh no, I can actually just build this to here. So we can actually get back up nice and safely. Let's build this out a bit just to be nice and safe. So the biggest thing in this game mode is you just got to be safe. Yeah, there's no messing around. See, like I was saying, the other good thing with these slabs is there's no way of like enemies spawning on these either, so I'm actually safe, I hope. I hope they don't spawn on slabs, because it would suck to get a skeleton to spawn there and, you know, to shoot me off. Because this is the other thing I'm worried about this, is all the sand falling and disappearing. I just want all the sand to be safe. I don't want any problems. Anyway, let's try and fill this up. And I'm unfortunately out of cobblestone, so we'll come back. We'll get some more stone, and then we will... Actually, I think I've got some more stone in the chest, so we should actually be able to finish this off now. Yes, I did. Okay, I did luckily leave some, thankfully. So we can make some more. Beautiful. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Got 5 in total. Nice. All right, let's jump down. I like that there's a bit of a visual glitch where I'm almost going to the underground section, the upside down. Do you guys watch Stranger Things? Let me know if you do, because that would be cool. I'm just going to fill this extra around here, just in case the blocks decide to fly off the side for whatever bizarre reason when I break them. Because blocks like to go flying, you know, 20 million blocks when there's an edge or a void. Alright, but let's get these. So the good thing is these will all fall. Oh god, I actually hope none of them fell through there. I don't think so. I don't know. Cool, let's get this chest. Ah, beautiful. We got melon seeds and pumpkin seeds. Nice. And another chest. And enough obsidian as well, which is... nice and exciting. Let's get this chest. Oh, don't want to lose that. Alright, beautiful. Well, let's leave this here. I will come back and I'll probably convert this into like solid blocks at some point. Like this can be our base for... Oh, sorry, that can be our creatures farm over there. Once we come down here at some point. On a sad note though, I'm kind of bummed that these haven't grown yet, because I do kind of want some more trees at some point. Like that would be lovely. Anyway, let's turn this into a melon seed. And now we got the fun part. This is kind of going to be interesting in how we manage this. But I think if I remember correctly, I don't know if you needed this directly next to a water block for this to like grow. I would assume so, like sort of like this and like this. This is going to be like such a weird farm, but it's unfortunately kind of going to have to do for the time being. But let's make a hoe. And let's hoe this, and then we can plant these seeds down, and we'll get some pumpkin seeds and some other stuff, which will be nice and exciting. Anyway, let's get all the dirt back in here just to be safe. So yeah, I do hope that these grow and this works. I can't remember if this, like if these needed to be like directly next to the water block to work or within a vicinity. I don't quite know, but I hope that's how it works. Getting good usage out of this water, I'd say. It's going to be like that for a while, unfortunately, until we can somehow get some more water, which I think is only going to work if we can get iron, and then I can get like a cauldron. And then the second I can get like 4, or no, I actually only need 1 more bucket of water, and then I can make an infinite water source. So that's the sort of dream. I've just got to get another bucket and another thing of water. So, but yeah, it just occurred to me this will be the only way we're going to get food for a while is the watermelons. So kind of hope that they grow soon, because I'm actually going to need food at some point. And the trees, I hope that the trees grow as well. Like I just need wood. But anyway, that should be the pickaxe again broken. Beautiful, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. That was a good amount of stone that we got out of this. I'm also just going to chuck these tools in here because I kind of don't need them for the time being. And I actually just realized I can't actually make another pickaxe anyway because we don't even have enough wood until these grow. So in that regards, I'm actually kind of stuffed, which is nice and fun. So what I will do, I'm actually going to turn the rest of these into this. And I am in fact just going to attempt to line this up. I don't know how many blocks over this is, but I'm going to assume maybe about that one, and then we're just going to connect this up like this. This is going to be like our little main walkway area for a while. I want a nice wide safe walkway for me to use, so I'm going to ideally fill all this in. Probably not even going to have enough, unfortunately. So I can probably connect this like this just to make it a bit more secure. There we go, beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to connect this. I think it was 1 block off, to be honest, but yeah, I want this to be all nicely connected. just so we got space, you know. But luckily I got a whole nother stack of cobblestone right here that I can just convert into slabs. Oh, there we go, we got rain. Beautiful. That actually is very lucky, that, because that'll grow our seeds and stuff in our trees, hopefully. I should be careful about jumping off stuff and hurting myself, because I'm actually going to starve at some point, so I kind of don't want to be doing that just yet. So I can't believe I placed that. That is a pity. But yeah, like I said, I do want to fill all of this in, just so we've got a nice secure walkway. Because the plan is for this is going to be where we're going to build our mob farm next episode. As long as this is all connected up nicely, we can sort of run this way, if you know what I'm saying. It's going to be like the most chaotic build in existence, you know. I mean, is this a waste of cobblestone? Absolutely, you know it is, but it looks cool. Or it will look cool once it's done, nonetheless. But yeah, so I kind of hope you kind of see what I'm planning on doing. I want this to be all filled out, so I've actually got space to run around. Nice, and I'll probably fill it out on these 3 edges all the way down as well, to probably about here. And then from here, what I'll do is I'll build like a massive pad around with like solid blocks for creatures to spawn on. But it just sort of gives me a bit of a safety net and distance away from my main base. But yeah, I reckon I'll end this episode off here. It has been a blast, and a little bit only because I actually physically can't do anything more until these grow. And until they grow, there is literally nothing I can do, sadly. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was pretty cool to get cracking almost immediately on this, so we'll see how we go next episode. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. So adios.